Fragile like a flower.
Fragile like a bomb.
Hello, and welcome to episode 28 of Like a Bomb podcast. I am Bailey,
I am Jill, her mom.
and yes, we talk about different women from the past and present and or unique experiences related to women or from their point of view. And we surprise each other with a different story each session we record, because it's not each week.
All things women. You know, we try and celebrate and inform and educate because there's a lot of things that we don't know about, especially history of women. And there's a lot that if we learn from our history, we can actually, keep pushing some momentums and maybe squash some other ones.
Yeah, and it's also a fun way to bond.
Yes, I also get to do something with my child who lives very far away from me.
States away. The states don't even touch. At least I'm
Yeah.
not across the country for now.
No,
We'll see.
not
We'll,
right
we'll
now.
see. Living in the South is bad. Um, and yeah, living in the South at the moment, I've at least got to enjoy the nice fall weather we got this past week.
Yes, it has been. I would have enjoyed the mornings of my coffee
It
outside.
was so cold. One morning it was 55.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, I need a jacket. I actually
Uh-huh.
turned on, and thankfully, not so thankfully, because because you've told how we're hypermobile, or yeah, that's the word.
Hypermobility. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hypermobile.
And so I reached out to kick the ball to, get a touch on it, and I had overextended my, leg and, my hip, so my back, so I turned on the heater this week, the car seat heater, and it was just like, "Oh, that feels so good."
Yeah, I kind of miss having heated seats. So I'm it
Nice.
I mean, depending on what trim I get in the new car, we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I'll have
Uh-huh.
heated seats again. I know Grammy said that I should probably try and get heated seats. And she's like, and turn your car on. I was like, I have remote start already. Like, I have
So,
that.
if you get the brand new car, because I, have the brand new car, and, well, it's a year old now. The Toyota gives you only a year, free, because it's a subscription to have the remote
Oh.
start via the app.
Oh,
Yes, it
no.
is.
I don't like that.
So my remote start, because I put stuff on my side of the garage in our quote 2-car garage, because it's
Mhm.
barely a 2-car garage, even though modern cars are getting bigger. But my house is 3 years old. It should have a modern car size garage.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's the rooftop tent and things on that side, so my car's been out in the driveway. And obviously, when it was winter, the remote start was really nice.
Uh-huh, it's very nice in the winter. I loved
Yes.
that in the winter.
Now well, now I have even more incentive to try and clean out the garage before winter. Not to
Yeah.
mention already needing to get out the folding table I have for the event I'm going to vend for, the Punk Fest.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yes, my office, if you're watching on YouTube, is a hot mess. You can see some of the stuff behind me, like the collection of clean but wrinkled shirts that are on the beanbag chair. I need to get those ironed and then screen those. I need to screen more shirts. I have a bunch of zines that I need to fold. I have stickers on the way, but it'll be a punk fest and it'll be my first event at the end of this month
Yeah,
because it's
it's
September
September.
1st.
Yeah, it's September.
It's
It's
Labor Day.
crazy.
Yeah.
I can start wearing all of my Halloween stuff.
I'm wearing mine. I got my ghosties.
Nice. I haven't gotten to what I'm gonna do because I was told last year that it is okay and acceptable if I start in September. And I was like, ooh,
The
I
pumpkins will
don't
start going up in my house because it'll be September. It is fall, and therefore I can have the decorations that I paid for. I'm going to have them out for 3 months, September, October, November.
yeah, why
Although
not?
if it's Halloween pumpkin with a face, apparently I have to turn it around for September and November, according to my partner. I have
If
to, so
that's
my plushie pumpkin there, if the
that's
face
funny.
can't show that.
That's funny because if like my house has always been like 24/7 Halloween.
I mean, you have my permanent couple of Halloween permanent decorations, like my raven and the pumpkin crocheted behind me, and then the pumpkin plushie is just a plushie, so it's not really.
Yeah.
But there's a few other things like the bleeding candles on my dresser, and
I think I have a couple more sets of those somewhere that I
I got
put
another set from Target this year.
away.
'Cause
I don't
these ones
remember
are
where I
more
got
cream
them.
that you got me and a lot taller, and the ones I bought are smaller and whiter, so I have another set. I don't
Okay,
like
yeah.
lighting them, I like just the aesthetic of them already kinda lit a little bit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't put any candles out because on their side of the house, which is where I spend most of my time, I know a little Brody.
Yeah,
"Oh,
the
are you
Brody
up
who's
on the"
currently hanging out on the bed giving himself a bath.
Yes, he likes his pillows. He does like to use a pillow.
It's like socks.
He's either usually well, you can tell okay, I don't know if you can tell because the way the lighting is, but he's got little black fur spots, like, I have to wash their bedding on a regular basis.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, and but he does like a little pillow, so that's little Birdie taking a bath.
At least he's not licking his butt at the moment.
No, he's not, but he would eat the candles. I don't think
He
Finn
would
would.
eat them? I thought
He
it was more
eats
just worry about setting fire.
No, he likes to try taste everything, like, literally anything he will try and
Okay,
taste. Finn not so
noted.
much, but Finn's smarter than he is,
Which is
so
funny because the stereotype is that an orange cat is dumb.
Nope. This one, you can literally see him cock his head and thinking and trying to figure things out. It's
Whereas Brody
hilarious.
is the one that should be, orange, not the
Birdie's
voidling
just
he
a
is.
little monster. He's just a little monster. He's my little demon.
He has his little bat wings for Halloween.
Yes, and he has a little bat face. He is the perfect like, he would have been the model for all of the Halloween cats you ever see done in any kind of depiction.
Mhm.
He is what that looks like. I
He very much is.
Yes, he is crazy little demon cat.
He's sweet, even though he likes to really use his claws and make his space
Yeah.
known.
Yeah, he's just more scaredy cat than his brother,
Well, I don't know,
who
I feel like Finn is more scaredy cat, but
Finn's the
you
one
have
who will
funny little
go into
cats.
it. Yes, they are my little monsters, my little babies, and we have a cat outside. Karen had a litter probably a month ago now, and Sleepy looked like she's about to pop any day now. I
Mm.
keep thinking she's had them because she's just every day I see her and I'm like, "Oh, gosh." And that's the only pregnant ones we have, but she's gonna have so as soon as Karen's litter is gonna need food, she's gonna have to bring them out of hiding.
Mm,
I
mhm.
don't and as soon as
Little
same thing with
babies.
Yep, so there's about to be a lot more little monsters everywhere.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't witness any terrible things because there are coyotes and things, and nature
Yeah,
be nature.
yeah, I haven't really seen I've only seen the one really weird coyote, like, I don't know, months ago now where it was, like, just hanging out in my backyard, taking a nap, like, wasn't afraid of me, so I'm like, "Oh, it's rabbit, it's not good, this isn't good."
That one's dying, that one's got problems, that one's bad.
Yeah, so and
They
was
very
only
much
there
stick
for,
in
like
packs.
yeah, there so that was weird, but I haven't even seen the raccoons lately.
Hmm,
So
that's
which
weird.
it is very weird, I don't know where they went because they like to try and eat the cat food when I'm feeding the cats at, I'm up at 3:30 in the morning.
Yes.
So, when it's nighttime because 'cause they're nocturnal animals, in case you didn't
Well,
know.
cats are also nocturnal.
Yes. Raccoons, there's lots of, like, things that live in the woods.
Yes, that is a
Mhm.
habitat.
Yep, and I have
I don't. I'm on
no
an old farm.
yeah, no, I
The most I have to worry about is field mice, but I'm in the middle of the neighborhood and I'm, like, in the middle of the building, so our neighborhood's practically
yeah,
almost
that's
done.
true.
It is technically done. They just have to sell the last couple houses and finishing touches, really.
Oof, I don't know. I'm tired and cranky. My tummy hurts.
Yeah,
Oh.
you ready for my story then? Unless you got anything else exciting.
Yes.
Cool. Well, mine is very short. So I am talking about Jen Powell. It's Pawol. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right. And I'm talking about her because she is an American baseball umpire who became the first female Major League Baseball umpire, and she debuted this past month, August 9th,
Oh,
2025. And she is one of the she's the seventh woman to work as a professional baseball umpire, but obviously the first in MLB, pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And she wears uniform number 95. So a little bit about hers, because, people got history, life happened. It's not just this one major thing. Although this is most of the information you have about her, is she is the first female umpire in MLB. But so she was born December 29th, 1976. And part of her early life, as stated by Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is still a decent resource, is just not ideal for genuine research. But
School papers and things.
yes, she attended West Milford High School in West Milford, New Jersey. She played soccer and softball, attending Hofstra University on an athletic scholarship, and played as a catcher in Division One softball for the Pride. It was during this time that she began umpiring softball games, and she was paid $15 per game. In 2001, she was part of the gold medal winning United States team, the precursor to the United States women's national baseball team, in the Women's Baseball World Series, which was the first recognized international women's baseball tournament. Before going into professional umpiring, Powell was an art teacher. She is a graduate of the Pratt Institute, where she got her Bachelor's of Fine Arts, and Hunter College, where she got a Master's of Fine Arts. During this time, she continued to umpire part time in amateur softball leagues. So her umpire career started in college and after. So at the minor leagues, after umpiring softball games part time for 11 years, Powell decided to go into umpiring full time, which is impressive. That seems very risky to me, but clearly, if you're doing it for 11 years, you know if it's worth going into. In 2016, she attended the Minor League Baseball Umpire Training Academy in Vero Beach, Florida. Her performance at the academy led to a spot in the MILB advanced course, which she completed in 2017. That same year, she began her professional baseball career in the Gulf Coast League. During the 2023 season, she worked at the AAA level in both the International League and the Pacific Coast League, and was the home plate umpire during the AAA National Championship game. She was the first female umpire to work at the AAA level in 34 years. So, quite a bit, a little forward, especially in the women's baseball, softball world. And in 2024, Powell became the third woman to umpire in spring training after Pam Postema and Ria Cortizio. Powell calls both Postema and Cartesio her mentors. I'm sorry if I'm butchering their names. I did not look up the pronunciation of these women's names. And I'm going to anglicize everything, because naturally, English is my first language, because we're in America. And so she was the third base umpire during a game between the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals. She was a crew chief in AAA during the 2024 baseball season. In March, it was reported that Powell was placed in Major League Baseball's call-up list for the 2024 season, meaning that she could be called up to the majors in the event a full-time Major League umpire is not available. She was selected to work spring training again in 2025, and her big debut, as mentioned, was August 9th, 2025, so this past month, and she became the first woman to umpire an MLB, so Major League Baseball, game during the regular season. She appeared as the first base umpire in the first game of the doubleheader between the Miami Marlins and Atlanta Braves at Truist Park in Atlanta, joining crew chief Chris, I don't even want to say his name, Chris Guccione at second base, Chad Whitson at third, and David Rackley at home plate. She was third base umpire in the second game of the doubleheader. She continued as an umpire on Sunday, August 10th, becoming the first female home plate umpire in an MLB regular season game, and another game between the Atlanta Braves and Miami Marlins. So she had two back-to-back major MLB debuts, which I'm not a baseball fan, but that's still pretty impressive. Just, you love this sport enough that you finally get to break some of the barriers it is for women after lots of just sitting and doing your sport and waiting. I don't know if it was her goal to be MLB, but she got to do it, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, considering that baseball is not a woman's sport.
No,
It's a men's sport. And I'm not saying that because I don't think women can play baseball. I'm saying that
but it's
because
considered men's only and softball is
it's
women's only.
yes,
But
that's
it's
just the
not how
tradition.
that works. They are still
Yeah.
different sports, even
Yes.
if they initially started gendered.
Yes. They are different sports. Yes. The ball I mean, if nothing else, the ball itself is different.
Yes, and how
Yes.
you pitch is different.
Yes. It is different.
Pretty significant in that it's called the softball versus
Y
baseball.
yes, and it's not really a softball. It's not
No.
soft in compare.
No. This is the
It's
size of a grapefruit,
yeah, it's just yeah, there's a lot of differences, but
especially
and
since you played softball, you would know.
yeah, you can't steal bases in softball. You can steal bases in baseball.
Mhm,
That's one thing too. Like, there's a lot of differences, but yes, to break into a sport that is male dominated because it's considered a male sport,
mhm.
like, that's pretty impressive.
So, yeah, when I saw
Wow.
that, I'm like, "I'm gonna put her as my story," but as we didn't mention, the reason we missed last, like, week's, episode is because you had a minor, okay now, medical emergency.
Yeah, I cracked off half of my tooth and had to have a tooth extraction with a bone graft and
'Cause the root was open.
yeah, and then my tooth went in crooked. And
Uh,
so like the dentist who was not great, this was a dentist who I've never seen before, but it was an emergency situation, put his whole arm on my face to like use the pressure of pushing on my face to pull out my tooth. It was awful. I'm like, I actually have tears coming to my eyes right now thinking about it. Oh, it was
yeah.
awful. It was awful.
I only
Uh,
had pretty easy tooth removals because we had the fake tooth, so they got removed when I was 7, and then I had my wisdom teeth removed when I was
I don't
20.
even yeah, I was like, I don't remember how old you were.
I was 20.
Yeah. I've never had issues like this. I had 6 wisdom teeth taken out at once, like, and I don't get put to sleep. It's not my thing. I won't
I was awake for all of my
yep.
extractions because I also didn't have problematic wisdom teeth, and we went to a really cool dental surgeon because it your body's more aware of what's going on, so you heal better. In fact, Piper was so jealous I wasn't swollen.
Well, I think Piper just reacted very differently. She was
She
like a
also was
chipmunk
asleep.
for yeah, she
So
was
naturally, she's
also
not gonna react as well.
but even with that, she stayed swollen way longer than normal, even with being put to
Yes, she
sleep,
was very
but
much a chipmunk.
it was very much a chipmunk, but it was a cute little chipmunk.
And
She was a
she
little
hated
girl.
it. She was so
Yeah,
mad that I didn't get swollen, and I was
yeah,
in no pain.
she was little at the time. Well, she went okay, she's not big now, but
Wasn't
she
she in
was
middle school?
yeah, she was in middle school. She was
Yeah,
young.
most people don't get it out in, like, 8th grade.
No, but hers were problematic, which
Yes.
they didn't tell us that they saw the wisdom teeth even though they saw them before she went into braces, so she had to have braces twice. It was great.
I need braces now, or
Mm,
possibly, if that doesn't work, break my jaw like you're supposed to.
yeah, mine has to be broken in 2 places in 2 different ways.
I don't know, I just need to go to an orthodontist and maybe actually have an orthodontist that says I need braces this time because I have the jaw pain and all the popping. I love it.
Well, my dad took me to 4 orthodontists and finally found one that said I didn't have to have my jaw broken and went to that one. So I was in braces for 4 years, even though they said 18 months. But that's okay, and I still have to have my jaw broken. Yay!
Well,
It's
I'm in
fun.
my mid I was purely mid-20s. I'm not I don't want braces, but people already think I'm a child sometimes. The only reason they think
Mm,
I'm as old as I am is because I have tattoos and the short hair makes me look older.
yeah, well, it's common. I think Grammy had hers done at like 40, jaw broken, but they ended up
Well,
only
yeah, because
having to
Nana
do
was
less.
purifying all the food for her.
I don't even want it's
Yeah, no.
mm, don't even wanna think about it.
We have much better solutions than modern day.
Yes. Okay, are you ready for mine? Mine's really short too, but it was something that I found out about, like, a month ago. This is what I was gonna do before we
Yeah,
didn't do
hopefully better
last
than
time.
jaw breaking, so let's go.
Yes, better than jawbreaking. So, mine is the "We do not care" movement. So it was funny too because it came up I don't know why somebody said something. 'cause I'm a teacher, the first week back for work days, a lot of meetings that people don't realize that that's what we do that week.
Yes, a
We do a
lot.
lot of meetings, and a lot of them are in, like, all together. And somebody was saying something about it was I know it was a woman who was roughly my age, and she said, like, "I just don't care anymore about this, this, and this." And I was like, there's a whole movement?" And she's like, "What?" And then another lady chimed in,
Yep,
and
I'm
she's like, "Yeah."
making note of it right now.
Yeah, like, it's a whole movement. It is, started by, Melanie Sanders, and depending on where I looked, it said what sh like, most things say that she's just an influencer now because, like, she started this huge movement. She worked for, like, a diversity company trying to make sure that, all the DEI things are
The
being taken
DEI
care
that
of.
is now too
Yeah,
woke.
that doesn't work in a lot of things, that doesn't really exist for things, and don't mind me as I'm, like, pushing buttons on my screen. And then a lot of things say that, she's a wife and a mother, but basically it started pretty recently. So it is a new movement, but it's gotten huge. It started in May of 2025, so very recently, where
No
she
wonder I don't
just
know about it.
just made a video basically saying, "I just don't care anymore about, like, the ideal expectations of women to look and act a certain way." And this is it's geared it towards women perimenopausal and menopausal women, but I've noticed, like, there's groups out there this is Instagram, this is TikTok, this is Facebook, this is all the social media. There are groups out there that are like there's women joining of all ages, and they're like, "Why is everybody talking about perimenopause and menopause? I thought we were just saying, like, I don't care if people think that I have a mohawk and I'm this age." No, because the movement is started and is based on all of the things that we have to deal with and how she's actually 45 is what I think I read last.
Okay.
So she is a little bit younger than me. She is at that cutoff for Generation X. Like she's right there where she may or may not be Gen X. And our generation, we just that's like our tagline, we don't care. So
Yes, I've heard.
and people and then us older, but the thing is, like, my generation and older have been inbred it way more than the younger generations of women are this, this, and this. They are nothing else. They are nothing more. This is the expectation. Like, I think my mom's finally gotten to the place in life where, yes, she doesn't go out in her pajamas, but she doesn't have to, like, make sure her hair's perfect to leave the house. Like, that is still embedded in so many people. I've never actually felt that way, but
Well, hey, you saw me fussing with my hair today, but this is also because recording.
Mhm,
And
yeah,
I'm going to see friends today, but most times it's kinda slightly bedhead, and we're recording.
I changed, like, our first night in Raleigh when we needed a shower curtain because I couldn't find it in any of the boxes, and I just wanted a shower so bad. I didn't have a bra on. I was wearing an old Misfits Pusshead shirt, which if anybody knows what that is, or just go Google it. It's gross. And Holy jeans, and I don't even know what y'all are wearing because we just moved, and you hadn't even turned 8 yet because it was July 1st we moved. So your
Yes.
sister literally just turned 5 2 weeks before, and you had 2 weeks till your birthday. So and there was a Kmart really close to where our apartment was, but I'm not a Kmart fan. I honestly just think they were overpriced for the products they had. It wasn't
Yeah.
a because it was Kmart. It was just I always thought they were
They don't
overpriced.
even exist anymore?
No, and I called Grammy and I said, "Where's there a Target?" And she's like, "Well, I think there's one in North Hills." And I'm like, "I don't
I
understand what you're
remember going
saying
to
to
North
me."
Hills in PJs.
And I remember going down the street and they have like these big, like beautiful, like wicker balls of light like in the trees right there. And it's like,
Yep. They still
and
have
then
those.
they've changed it a lot. There's been a lot of construction
But they
since we
still have
moved.
those balls of light, the
Yes.
wicker balls in the
Yep.
trees in North Hills.
Yes. And I remember turning and I remember y'all going, "We're in a different world."
The
And
little city
like,
in a city.
yeah, y'all were like and I was like, "Oh my god, I am gonna walk into this place." And so from then on, when I was in North Raleigh going out, I did kind of make sure that I at least looked
See, but
dressed.
North Raleigh is also the expensive part of
Yeah,
Raleigh.
it's the
That's where the money
Richie.
is, so
Yeah,
people are gonna have more uppity expectations.
yes.
Which is,
So
again, why I'm doing my punk fest, but I'm also in a different place.
Yes. So, there is this expectation for women to be of a certain way. And the movement is pretty much just saying, I'm done with that. Like, hot flashes are no joke. I don't know. I think I was saying something this week in one of my classes, something was said about hot flashes. And I want to say Fulcher was in my room because she is pregnant, so she might have been having a hot flash different than my hot flashes, and then the kids are like, "Well, baby, I'm having a hot flash." I'm like, "No, you're not having a hot flash." Like, that's only used that terminology can is only used for certain things, like, it is perimenopause or menopause, like, it is not for anything else, like, that's what that term means. It means all of a sudden, your whole body is flooded with heat, and it is awful. You sweat profusely. It is dripping half the time, and you feel like you can't breathe because you are so hot. And it's like, okay, I don't care that I'm walking around with a fan around my neck because what if I get a hot flash? Um, but it's not just that. It's just saying, like, I want to be true to me. I Women usually don't hit perimenopause until and menopause until their mid to late 40s and a little later. And I know I've discussed this. I hit mine way earlier first for years because of things. So usually if you're going into it before that, it is for a medical reason, unfortunately. There's something not right. Like I could have had a full hysterectomy when I had cancer, but I said, "Huh, I was not ready for that." Um,
Well, it's a little intimidating.
Yes, and then within, like, a year or 2, I still went into perimenopause because of the thyroid thing, but it's saying, like, we wanna be ourselves, like, we're gonna be ourselves, and we're not gonna apologize to society or to anybody for being ourselves, we just don't care, and it's the greatest thing I've seen about it is that women are jumping in that are 27, that are younger than that, older than that, and they're like in loving the groups, and then they're going, "Wait, why is everybody talking about, like, menopause?" And then she goes, "Oops." They're like, "Oops, sorry, didn't see the fine print." It is about women going through that and supporting each other because, like we've already said when we had our menopause episode, there is no information. People don't talk about it. They still really don't talk about it. My generation is very outspoken for most things, and that's because we just don't care. Um,
I mean, mine is more just, what the heck? This needs to be fixed. Come on. And then you
yeah.
have the younger Gen Z that don't feel like they're Gen Z, because I'm a zillennial. I'm like in the middle of both. So then it's like, oh, I don't like the young Gen Z that is currently in college and younger. Mm. I don't. We are not the same.
Well,
We are
that's
not
the only
raised the same. They're post-COVID chat GPT. I am pre-COVID chat GPT long before.
well, that's the only thing about generations is there's
They're
generally
so
such a
long.
huge
And
group
we're
of
such an
age.
age that's so character building and life altering. There's such different facets of this generation.
And just think about the technology be so technology is and I'm sure I've said this too, technology is even including, like, the wheel. The wheel is technology, so it doesn't
Mhm,
mean
it
that it has
is.
to be plugged in technology, but the for hundreds and thousands of years, technology moved at a very slow pace of its advancement, and
Now it's
lately,
just
it's just
exploding.
going insane. It's exponentially growing. So that changes people so much different. Like you said, ChatGPT, like I going first day of school, I'm like, so I don't do test corrections, I do test recovery. And this is why, because I know y'all are cheaters and you copy and you use ChatGPT. And they're like, I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, and they're like, but oh, sorry. I think, nope, not your sister. Ah, I need your sister to say, I'm okay, mom. Um,
Yeah.
her cat's having some issues, but that's like this movement is so profound just because I mean, yes, and I will say that there has been some backlash. Melanie Sanders, who did start this by posting a video and just saying, I just don't care anymore. And it going insane and becoming this whole movement, she's come out and said, like, "If you're making a group and you use my name for any reason," she's, like, threatening to sue because nobody's make if people are making groups, they're making groups to support each other, they're not doing it with your name. There's a lot of them aren't doing it with her name, just saying, like, "This is where this group is coming from in the likeness of her idea," but and so there has been some times, and then she came out and kind of apologized for having done that because there were people that are just so it doesn't it's not even about the person who did it, which great. Thank you so much for being a voice that everybody wanted to be said, but it is also about the fact that we're like, "Okay, we can support each other and say it's okay not to care." But I also do say that there is if you are mindful and you look at things, there are a lot of women that are also going, "But I do still care about a lot of things." Like, I you know, my chin hairs, it's not that I'm embarrassed to have people see them, but maybe they just annoy me personally. Those kind of things. Like, people who have PCOS, they have facial hair and have had them probably had facial hair their whole lives because that's part of PCOS. But then you get it when you get into that hormonal issues, like, when I was talking to my special education teacher and we were talking about, like, my brain and, all that stuff,
Yeah,
and he was
your
at
other medical issues.
yeah, and he was asking questions, and I was like, "Well, because I'm at an age and my bones are deteriorating, unlike men, because well, he's a man. He's a man. So and I was like, "Since you don't have to go through that because we have to," he's like, "I didn't pick it." I'm like, "I know, but it's not fair, but because we had to go through this menstrual cycle so that we can be the ones who give birth. We have to go through menopause to end that cycle, and that cycle actually deteriorates our bones." And
It's
it's
awful.
yeah, so, like, one of my vertebrae is falling behind the other vertebrae, so part of it is because of, the pressure from my brain thing, and then the
Yes.
fact that our bodies at this age the bones are starting to break down. So, there's a lot of support that needs to be out there because there's not information out there. People are not realizing it. Like, if you looked at my MRI, you'd be like, "Oh my god, your spine, like, look at these vertebrae." Part of it is just because I'm going through a certain stage of my life. I am of a certain age where certain things are happening. So it is, and it's We Do Not Care movement. So it's like it's WDNC. So it's shortened to just the letters too. But there is tons of social media out there. There is tons of groups you can join. And though it is a perimenopause, menopause, basically a support group in a way without being a support group,
Mhm.
which is great. Um, and I will say the few things that I have seen, it makes me feel less alone for wanting rainbow Liberty spikes and things like that. Because there's a lot of women out there that just like, I don't care that I am 67 and I want rainbow hair and I want to sport my Doc Martens and all that stuff. I've lost count of how many Doc Martens I have.
A
It's not that
lot.
many. It's not that many. It's really not that many because I am
More than
poor.
me, I only got the 1 pair, and I don't even wear
Yeah,
them all the time, they're not fully broken in yet.
I have a handful. I don't think I have more than a handful at this point. But you know, no matter how old you are, whether you're male or you're female,
Or something else.
yes, it doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes it's nice to think I can be myself and that's okay because there will be people that support me. And I know sometimes that's very, very hard to believe. I'm a weirdo. People actually give people disclaimers that I'm just me. And I literally curtsied to a group of new staff members that were getting a tour. And when the lady who was giving the tour saw me filling up my water, and she said, "And this is Joe Gregory, one of our eighth grade math teachers." And I
Hello.
curtsied and I literally said, I don't know why I felt that that was a need to curtsy. So, there's a lot of us who are just a little different than necessarily the people like, I spend my day with 13 and 14-year-olds. I spend more time with them than I do adults, and the adults that I spend my time with
That's because of your profession.
yes, but then, like, a lot of the ad like, the adults that I spend most of my time with at work, half of them, I could be their mother. I would have been young, but
I mean, you were decently young as my mom.
yeah,
I could
so
easily be a teacher and could have been a teacher for a few years now, which
yeah,
I
and
personally couldn't handle being a teacher. At least
yeah,
not for younger. I'd be like a high school at the youngest.
mm, I don't yeah, I'm rethinking my whole career
I'd
at this
rather do
point.
some college. But that's because they're easier and they're paying to be
Yes,
there
they want to
for
be there.
myriad of things. And also the material I'd wanna teach would be probably math and, like, calculus.
Yeah, I don't really wanna teach calculus just because
Oh, I enjoyed calculus.
I enjoyed calculus. I think calculus is magical, but, I like teaching the lower level maths. I just need to there's that. But if you are out there and you would like to join them, I don't do social media really. I just clear my
I don't either.
notifications and I've looked into this group, but it is on like all social media platforms. Depending on the platform makes it a different kind of group because like Instagram is a little different than Facebook and, so that makes the group support different because of the way the media is set up. But it is really cool to look and see all of the women that are like just posting. I don't care that I people don't like that I am not with my husband, that we were together for 30 years and they didn't see the, mental abuse that he was doing. I don't care that people think that I should not have 20 cats, whatever those things are. Like, I don't have 20 cats. I have 2 that are officially mine and then a whole bunch outside that I take care of.
Yes. Just
Um,
reject what society puts on women. We're not allowed
yes.
to age as women. We must be
Mm,
perfect until the day we die.
yes, and we're only supposed to I don't know what it came up yesterday in one of my classes that you know, I know how to curtsy to the floor and I know how it's because we're doing the first unit talks about transformations and the version of dance steps, slide, turn, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And so I'm, like, doing a waltz across the room, and
At
I'm
least you
doing
can
the box
also like
step,
me.
and I'm, like, doing a box step, and I was like, "Well, I got to spend time doing these things with gloves on my hand to make sure that I was prim and proper," and,
A little
um
debutante.
yeah, and they're just like, have no idea what I'm saying, and I'm looking at my special education teacher, and I was like, "Did you ever have to do this, or is it because you're from up north, like, and I'm from the south and it's different?" And he's just like, "No."
It's also a very specific South. I mean, I don't think you would have ever put me in it, but that wasn't a thing for me.
No, they still do it because I
Yes,
know
but
that
it's
they
not
still do
also
it,
a
and
common.
it's only, like, from where I'm from, it's only done where you are
It's also a
nominated.
social status thing.
Yes, it is. You have to be nominated by the women's league, and my
Well,
mom was so upset for the longest time. Jake didn't get it, but I did. Um, and I was like, "I don't think it matters,
wasn't
Jake."
Jake a bit of a chaotic teenager though?
Well, you don't do it, you do it in middle school.
Oh.
We 7th and 8th grade. That's what I grew up with, was 7th and 8th grade.
Isn't the
That's what
debutante coming out of, like, being of age is 16?
No, it's a little different. It's cotillion, so it's teaching us all of the, proper
Okay,
etiquette
okay.
and to, be
How to
proper when
dance and everything else and what fork is
yes.
which.
How to cross your ankles. You don't cross your legs, you cross your ankles because it's the proper way to sit.
Knees
We had to
together.
we had to wear gloves on our hands, at every practice and at every so yeah, it was a lot, but I mean, I proudly curtsy way more than I ever should curtsy. I used to curtsy every time I took a family's order, and when I said thank you, I would curtsy, and it's just curtsying is, like, embedded in me, because 'cause I'm from the South, but there's
I'm from the
there's
South,
kinda
and I still
things.
don't have sir and ma'am ingrained in me, but that's also because of how you raised me. It was
Yeah,
so
there's a
weird having
difference.
to use sir and ma'am in high school.
Yeah, my dad still expects sir and ma'am no matter what the conversation is, um, but, it's every parts of the country, the world, every society has expectations for genders. They do, and
Yes.
it's nice to see that we are finally getting to a time where we're not just fighting like, there's a difference between feminism and fighting for this and fighting for that, but we're just kinda saying, "We're not gonna fight, we're just gonna do." Um, and we're
Which is
not
just
gonna
passive fighting by
Yeah,
existing.
yeah, we're not gonna
Resistance
ask
by existence.
th yeah, and what difference is we're not gonna ask for forgiveness because we don't need your forgiveness. We don't need your permission, we absolutely don't need your forgiveness, and that is I am a one of those people who was gonna ask permission because I just do what I'm supposed to. When it
I'm
comes to,
like
like
you.
yeah, when it comes to, like, work,
You
when
gotta,
it
like,
I
follow the rules, and then if you don't, it's like, "Ah, that's not right," as I hit
yeah.
my computer.
Yes, so I feel like it worked because one of the job I have, I there's this very invisible lines every which way you look, so I feel like you should always watch what you're
Yes.
doing
I mean, that's
because
how society is, but especially as a teacher.
yes, I mean, and not just a teacher, I'm a public school teacher,
Yes.
so there is a lot of lines that we have to be very, very careful about, so but remember, you can be you. Well, okay, you can be you as long as you do not cross the lines of other people's civil liberties. Just remember
Yes.
that.
Respect others, no hate, but be
Yeah.
you
Yes. There is a difference between being you and being you in a way that is offensive to
and
others. Don't,
disrespectful,
yes, don't do that because everybody deserves their own comfort in life.
and
Um,
not forcing your beliefs on others,
yes. And
as the separation of church and state is gone.
yeah,
Anyway, I know we rambled on with a lot more anecdotes, but I enjoyed learning about the movement. Is there anything else you wanna add?
no, that's all I got. Go do something extraordinary.